These videos are educational in nature and meant to help 21 and over adult smokers switch to a healthier alternative. Welcome back to the channel, folks. I am Matt, and this is Vanessa.
Hey guys, what's up? We're here.
We're back for a review. Another disposable review, because you guys seem to like these two-person disposable videos, so we're going to keep doing them. People like you. No one said anything mean about you. They only say mean things about me.
Really, that's a shocker.
Yeah.
That's why I don't ever read the comments.
You should. It might be good for your self-esteem.
No.
Anyway, so what we're going to take a look at today is the Wotofo Square 6000. Now, this is quite a unique disposable. Part of that reason is because it does take replaceable 18650 batteries, so you are able to use your own batteries in and out of it. That also makes it easier to obviously dispose of it, to recycle it. You can also take out the juice compartment that has all the filament with the liquid if you wanted to take that part out too. So it's kind of like a modular disposable, which is quite interesting.
That is interesting.
Also, you can see your liquid level, but because it's all filament, I don't know if you know what most disposables look like on the inside, but they mostly look like that, where it's all wicking inside, and you have it's completely soaked up with liquid. So while you have a nice liquid window there, you're still not going to see exactly how much liquid you have left, because, you know, the inside's still going to have liquid even once the outside is dry. Anyway, 1.2 ohm mesh coil in these things, holds 15 mLs of liquid, and it's rated for, you guessed it, 6,000 puffs, hence the name. Now, the first one we're going to try is sour apple.
Sour apple, huh?
Sour apple.
All right. So far, I mean, I kind of like the shape of it.
It's boxy. It's kind of like advanced looking, as far, you know, looks like a all-in-one or something, billet box style, but it's a disposable.
It's definitely a tighter draw, more like a mouth to lung type of draw. Do you get that as well?
I love it, which is my type of draw. I think I like a little bit tighter draw than you.
Yeah.
I classify the draw I like as a medium mouth to lung draw, and I would say she likes a looser mouth to lung draw. Also worth pointing out, these do have replaceable drip tips as well, but they are not 510, so they're not a standard size.
Flavor's not bad for an apple. It's like a light, crisp apple.
I'm a fan of apple flavors. It tastes like a green apple, a little bit candied, but also fairly realistic, with a decent amount of cooling. What would you say as far as the cooling?
Yeah, I do. There is cooling. Almost too much cooling for me. It kind of is a little bit too cool.
It hits the sinuses for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know though. I don't mind it. I mean, it's not an all-day vape for me, but I do like apple vape, so I would reach for this if I was craving an apple.
See, I think it would be better if it was mixed with maybe some different fruits. Kind of take off that cooling.
Yeah.
Take the edge off of it.
So a good way to get the battery out is to just go like that. Up next is the guava kiwi passion fruit. Tropical flavor here. And these are a 5% nicotine, but they also come in at 2%.
This one is really good. It's a very nice mix of the passion fruit and the guava. And I think there's something else in there, but those are the two main flavors that I taste, and that one is more up my alley than the apple.
Yeah,
one.
it's the passion fruit's the first flavor I get. Then there's some guava there, but not too sickening sweet. I don't mind it. And then a little bit of kiwi.
Yep.
There's some kiwi, but kiwi's one of those pretty mellow flavors that you usually get on the end.
Yep. Kiwi on the end. I don't taste any cooling. Do you taste any cooling?
Oh yeah, there's definitely cooling in
I
there.
just have residual from the previous cooling then, because can't tell.
I would say it's close to the same amount of cooling as the last one, maybe a little lower.
See, I think the more flavors that it has, it takes off the cooling and makes it not as...
Yeah, I get what you're saying. When there's more complex flavors, the cooling it's not as much to the forefront. I love the drip tips and the draw on these. Again, if you like a nice medium mouth to lung draw, and I would say the warmth on these is about on the medium end, medium to cool, but warmer than most disposables out there, I would say. I dig that flavor quite a bit. Very nice and tropical and very refreshing.
I agree. Very, very refreshing. I could vape that all day, every day.
And finally, this is one I was really interested in trying because you don't see this flavor often. Watermelon ice cream.
Interesting.
So not watermelon mint.
Is that a thing?
Or not, I don't know. But it's a thing when it comes to vape flavors.
All right. Interesting. It tastes like a watermelon ice cream.
The flavor name?
Yeah, I mean, I can't really put my finger on it. It's like watermelon, but more like a candied ice cream type watermelon with like a hint of vanilla.
Almost like there's something else in that ice cream.
Yeah.
Like it's watermelon, ice cream, and almost like some cookie kind of flavor, and like not chocolate, but like crust in there.
It's good though.
actually
It's
really
kind of
like
like
that one.
it's a good dessert vape in my opinion.
Which is interesting though, because you don't see that with watermelons very
Right.
often. It throws you off at first, but it actually goes pretty well together.
It does go really well.
Very nice. So,
I like it.
As far as ranking the flavors, these three, and then we'll give our final thoughts after that. What do you think as far as favorite to least favorite?
My favorite's going to be the second one we tried, which is the guava passion fruit kiwi.
Yep.
And then the second one for me is going to be the watermelon ice cream, and then the third one will be the apple.
That's exactly what mine is. The guava watermelon, or what was it? Guava kiwi passion fruit.
Yes.
That one is first, definitely. Tropical flavor, especially in the summertime. A lot of times my tastes change towards the winter, but in the summer, I love tropical flavors. That one's balanced really well. Second, watermelon ice cream. It's different from what I expected because there is some crust in there or something like...
Something different.
Something bready or bakery in there along with the ice cream and the watermelon and the cooling. And then last is the apple with the cooling. But I like the apple, probably more than you. But it would have been better like as a double apple, I think, like a little bit of red and green. So anyway, as far as final thoughts on the device itself, it's interesting and I really like it. It fits, a person like me that's already, an advanced vapor that has their own batteries, has their own devices, that maybe wants a, inexpensive disposable device to take with them somewhere because they don't want to bring their more expensive gear. But, how popular will this be? I don't know because most disposable users might not have batteries.
Yeah.
But it is a good way for them to kind of, all of a sudden drift into like the more advanced gear where they can then, they have batteries now, they can get refillable stuff, so on and so forth. And like we always say in these videos, we think disposables fit great use cases. We both use them when we go to the lake or something like that. Also great for new vapors to dip their toes in, but it's always worth, if you are a newer vapor, to try out refillable gear as well because there is less waste and it's more cost effective. But I really like what they're doing with this just because they make it easier to dispose and recycle of this. You don't have to throw a battery away. And you could even pull out the whole, juice compartment here if you pop out a couple screws. So it's very unique. And I think this has a good place in the marketplace, a good vape shop product that kind of is in between the conventional disposables and the refillable gear.
Yeah, I agree. I like the drip tip. I like how you can replace the drip tip. I like how you can take out the battery, which makes less waste when you want to get rid of it. All in all, I think it's a really good option for disposable vape.
Yeah, and it is a little bit larger than other disposables as far as being thicker.
But it's light.
But it's pretty light, and you are able to put your own 2,500 milliamp hour battery in here, giving it more battery life than just about any other disposable on the market. So, if that's your concern as far as battery life goes, you can get your own 18650, and then you have something like this that could potentially last you days with that battery inside. So, nice job with Tofo. I dig the flavors. Yeah, some of them had a little too much cooling, but all in all, I think they're good. And as far as the disposable users out there, I think they'll enjoy them.
Absolutely, I
agree. So I think
agree.
that's it, guys. That about wraps it up. Until next time, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Matt from SMM with V and Pushming.